Hi guys. So I'm back with another video. Girl, this is some tea. So we gonna get into this. Okay. Let me wait for people to get in. I also want to, how do I want to do this? Because I want to share my screen, but also, share, wait, Chrome tab? Oh wait, yeah, Chrome tab. Boom, boom. Oh dang, I thought I paused it. Okay, I just want to make sure you guys can see the screen. Now, this is my first time. Hey Devin, how you doing? Thank you. That is so sweet. Okay, so this is my first time ever tuning in to Coach Cooch. Is that her name? Am I pronouncing it right? Lord, forgive me if I'm not. Is it Cooch? Cooch? Yeah, Cooch. It just it's so it rhymes with coochie, so it's like, oh, I don't want to offend her, but that's her last name, Cooch. Okay, cool. Hey, from Saint, is it Gernisha? I like to try to pronounce y'all's name. Gernisha, is that how you pronounce your name? Thank you, Miranda. Cheyenne. Well, hello, good evening. Is it Mr. Terry Jones? How you doing? People keep saying that man is ruthless. Hey, Crystal. Oh, this is a tough one. Okay, it says, hey, Yoni, you look beautiful, girl. So glad I finally caught your live. My name is pronounced. Is it Eliza? Eliza? That is really pretty. Like the flower. Listen, let me just pull it up on my phone. If I'm not pronouncing it correctly. I've never heard of this flower, but it sounds beautiful, I think. Let's see, what's that? I don't it's not pronounced like azalea, is it? No, I don't think so.
Azalea.
Oh, no. Is it pronounced like Azalea's name? Or is it not? Oh, it is Azalea. Okay, that's a different way to spell it though. I like that. That's very creative. He said, I'm not in the jail cell. Okay, I'm not in cemetery. Hold on, let me read his comment again. I'm not in a hospital. Okay, check, check, check. I'm not insane. Okay. He said he bliss. Okay, black man. You happy. That's good. I'm happy for you. Good health. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what? When it comes to boys, I kind of agree with that. Little boys need to be raised by a man. I agree with that. That's just facts. But let's get into this video because you guys came here for that. I just wanted to say, hey, how you doing? But let's get into this, okay? Y'all ready for this? Because this is some tea. This is some tea. Okay? This is some real tea. Make sure I got my volume up. Let me make sure you guys can hear too.
Y'all keep asking me about this guy, Kevin Samuels. Now, Kevin Samuels is another like Steve Harvey type. that gives advice or whatever the case may be, give ladies advice. He don't give men advice. He's really giving women advice. And he's trying to go viral by things he said. So I was never going to bring him up until my husband came across a video and showed me the video. In this video, he's telling a woman that maybe she's not worthy of the type of man that she wants, that she's 32 years old with a 13-year-old child, and how does she know she's qualified for certain men? Because she was trying to say, like, she liked men, but if they're ugly, stuff like that. He's trying to say, well, what makes you qualified and things of that nature for a man that you want, and blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm not saying that Kevin Samuels are not saying some things that is correct with women, because a lot of times I feel like maybe it's you, sis. I do feel that way sometimes. When it comes down, I see women and they don't have a man or anything like that. I feel that way. But you're talking to a man who's giving advice from a misogynistic point of view. Ooh. This is what I don't like about y'all. All these years, I've been giving y'all advice, and I've been giving y'all great advice. Y'all made me a star off of my great advice. But I feel like a lot of times y'all weren't listening to women. Ooh. We're all women, okay? So women supposed to be listening to women. Instead, y'all let misogynistic men like Steve Harvey. First of all, when it come down on women giving advice, no fronting. Y'all always be like, well, where her man at? Where her husband at? She's giving advice, where her husband's at? Y'all always say that. But when it comes down to a man giving advice, y'all never check the whole facts on a man. I don't like that. So, for example, Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels is like some geek nigga that nobody ever paid no mind to, that found a way to become viral by downing women. Ooh. He basically told this woman that you're 32 years old with a 13-year-old child. What that mean? What is he talking about? First of all, he don't know what he's talking about. Because, first of all, I know multiple men, including my cousins, that had no kids, that married women with 5 kids. Ooh. I know multiple men who married chicks with 6 kids and didn't have no kids. I was just looking on Instagram, and it was a couple, and it was a hip guy. And he got a kid by somebody. His first kid is going to be with a woman that got 5 kids. So maybe you should say, Kevin Samuels, that you wouldn't fuck with a woman that got 5 kids.
Hold on, let me read some comments because I know they juicy. Let me go ahead and scroll. Listen, the lady is spitting facts. Okay, she is spitting facts. She's married. She married. Okay. She is married. She's speaking straight facts. Now, my last Kevin Samuels video that was not taken down. Okay. The only reason why it wasn't taken down was because it was semi-positive. Okay. But I made that video about Michelle. I didn't make that video about Kevin. Because the way I saw it was her experience with him gave her the motivation, put that fire up under her booty to get what she wanted out of life. I didn't make that video about Kevin. I made it about Michelle. Now, the people in the comment section made that video about Kevin. We spoke about Kevin in my intro. We spoke about Kevin in my outro. But the rest of that video was about Michelle. Michelle was able to win and benefit, not Kevin. Okay? In my opinion. So, I don't put fame in high regards. I don't put fame. I put happiness in high regards, but I don't put fame in high regards. So he may be getting a little traction right now, but fame, I mean, you still got to go home to yourself, or you got to be around people that only want to be around you because you're going viral on Instagram. That's it. Or on social media. But they don't really care about you. So I don't put fame in high regards. Michelle is winning, though. Michelle is winning. I will say that. But anytime you take advice, and this is just something I've learned, anytime you take advice from a man, it's always going to come from a misogynistic point of view. I said literally, every man out here has some form of misogyny. Why? Because we live in a male-dominated society. I also said that all men have some form of misogyny. You need to learn about if it is toxic or not. A man can have misogyny, but it don't have to be toxic. Going viral for humiliating Black women. Yep. But listen, Black women made him go viral for humiliating Black women. It wasn't no other gender. It wasn't no other race but Black women. So if you want to be upset, you need to pick up a mirror and you need to look at it. Because if you're upset about this man going viral, you need to pick up a mirror and look at it. And the only reason why I brought Michelle's video on my platform was because I'm like, well, hell, the man is already famous. It's too late. So I wanted to share her story because there was a good message in that video, whether you like Kevin Samuels or not. If you want to make it about Kevin, you can make it about Kevin. I made it about Michelle. And I made it about getting what we want as Black women. I didn't make it about Kevin. Antonio said, thank you for the $5. That's the exception, not the rule. 10 single mothers with 5 kids, only one would get married. I can see that, possibly. But again, it's still objective, because what the next man may not deal with, there's 10 other men that will deal with. And because not every man is misogynist, every man has a little bit of misogyny. Okay? You need to understand if it's toxic or not. Your own brothers have misogyny. You need to understand if it's toxic or not. See, because misogyny has such a negative perception, people think it's bad. It's only bad when it's toxic. The same way when it comes to masculinity. Masculinity is only bad when it's toxic and abusive. Misogyny to me is when you don't respect women. That's toxic misogyny. Masculinity can be toxic as well. That's only when it's abusive. It's only in circumstances where you don't respect women. So I'm sorry to break it to you. If there's any feminists on here, I hate to break it to you, but sis, misogyny and masculinity, that is what a man is. I mean, I would love to hold hands and sing Kumbaya, but we were socially conditioned that this was a man's world. So if you think a man doesn't have a little bit of misogyny, girl, you living in fantasy land. You are living in fantasy land. It's only bad when it's abusive. It's only bad when it's toxic. You guys, I don't have any of my moderators tonight. If you want to volunteer. Sorry to the feminists. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I love y'all too. I just don't agree. Masculinity can be very toxic. Masculinity can be very healthy. It just depends. Misogyny, it can be healthy depending on the circumstances. But it can also be very unhealthy depending on the circumstances. Okay? Because misogyny definitely plays in gender roles. If you don't think so, it does. Okay? Let me go ahead and add you as a moderator then, sis. Hold on. How do I do that? I forgot. Oh, hell. Oh, wait. Hold on, Jackie. Give me a sec. I think I got to do it on my phone. But we about to get into this video. Just give me a sec. Let me get organized because this was not a planned video. It surely was not. Hold on. Hold on. Let me go here. Never had to do this before. Okay, here you go, Jackie. Who else wants to be added? Okay, Sierra, I see you. Hi, sis. Okay. Okay, Leo. Yeah, good misogyny is providing for your family. Girl, you better say that. Guidance, structure, leadership, you better say that. Okay? Stop listening to this red pill content because that's that toxic misogyny. You need to stay off of that side of YouTube. But like I said, there's good masculinity, there's bad masculinity. There's healthy masculinity. There's bad masculinity or unhealthy masculinity. There's good misogyny, and then there's bad. There's healthy misogyny, and then there's just dysfunctional. So don't think there's a man. Listen, you're looking for a complete unicorn or a feminine man. If you even listen here now, okay? Because even trans black women have misogyny. That should tell you something. Okay, now there's a video that I'm going to be reacting to. That's misogyny to the core. So I'm gonna need y'all to wake up and stop living in fairy tale land or wherever land y'all be on. I'm gonna need y'all to wake up. Okay, trans black women even have misogyny. That should tell you something. I don't make up the rules. I'm just speaking on facts. Okay, let's get back into this. Let me try not to.
Oh, you ain't messing with a woman that got 32-year-old with a 13-year-old. But the reality of it is that that's messy. And you know what? That is nothing but another man playing on a woman's self-esteem. Ooh. So that's why I don't bring up no loser like that. Ooh. Because where's his wife at? A lot of these men that be walking around giving all this beautiful, wonderful Steve Harvey advice ain't shit. And don't got shit and don't even know how to treat a woman. Ooh, that's why they can sit there and play on the self-esteem of a weak woman. A weak woman could sit there on that phone and hear him tell them, oh, your face is a 5'6". Let me explain something to you, ho. Kevin Samuels. I would not care if I look like this online talking to you. You would never sit there and tell a strong black woman like myself that I'm a 5 or 6 in the face. According to who? Your nerdy, corny looking ass? That's who this is? So y'all sit there and let this cornball man sit there and tell her she's a 5 in the face, and how would she know she qualified for any guy she wants because she has a 13-year-old child and she's 32 years old? See, that's why I don't be bringing up people, because I be tired of y'all. Y'all be liking these people that is so fucking corny, and they be playing with y'all in your face. No matter what, he's another man playing on your insecurity. Ooh. Just like that man that playing you in your face, just like that man that didn't spend Valentine's Day with you yesterday, just like that man that didn't come home and he went side chick last night playing with you in your face. It's another man playing with you in your face. Steve Harvey, when he came out, me and Steve had an event together. He wouldn't even look my way because he know he is a fraud. And people like real always intimidate fake. And I'm not ignoring you guys. Shout out to you guys on the second camera Facebook. How you doing? Good morning. Real is going to always intimidate fake. Ooh. See, when they walk in a room and they see me, now the swag is changing. Because they're like, wait, she a real one. She's going to rebut. She's going to give me a rebuttal.
Listen, she got to be from New York. Shout out to New York. Any New Yorkers on here? She got to be from New York. She from New York. Anybody on here from New York? She got to be from New York. Okay, because I feel like that's where I'm from. Even though that's not where I'm from, I feel like that's where I need to be. Because, oh my gosh, she married. Did I say? Listen, the lady is married, y'all. She's married. She's a married woman. Okay, shout out to New York, because y'all don't play. Okay, New Yorkers, New York women do not play. So shout out to y'all, okay? Majority of my following, y'all from New York for a reason, okay? Because I feel like that's where I'm supposed to be from. Y'all different. Y'all don't play. And that's exactly what she sound like. She sound like she from the Bronx, Brooklyn. She sound like she from somewhere. She don't sound like a Southern Belle. No shade to Southern Belles. She just don't sound like she was Southern Belle. She sound like she just ruthless. She said, I was thinking New Jersey. New Jersey? Shout out to New Jersey too. Okay, Mademoiselle. That's what she remind me of. She remind me of Mademoiselle. Ruthless. Okay, she gonna tell you how she feels. She not gonna hold her tongue. Thank you, Antonio, for the $15. Appreciate that. So shout out to New York, New Jersey. Listen, if you're on the East Coast, shout out to you, sis. Y'all different.
And since she's going to give me a rebuttal, I'm going to keep it moving. I'm not going to talk to Tiana Smalls. So when I came out with Girl Get Your Mind Right, me and Steve Harvey started around the same time with the love advice. But at the end of the day, Steve Harvey's a fraud. Steve Harvey never treated no woman right that he had. The woman that he is treating right is only because she's not going to have it. She's going to be on to the next guy. You'll see her marrying some old freaking Charles Barkley dude with a lot of money. Girl. She's not going to have it with Steve. But if she was a punk ass bitch, he'll be treating her the way he treated Mary. Y'all gotta do y'all receipts on men. That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all always want to check out.
Hold on. Now, a lot of y'all don't know about Mary. Who on here know about Steve Harvey and Mary's relationship? Because I will definitely pull up the receipts. Who on here don't know about Steve Harvey and Mary? But y'all was out here buying that book, Think Like a Man, Act Like a Lady. He dogged the hell out of her. Who on here know about Steve Harvey and Mary? Oh, y'all do? Okay, Jenny. Don't listen. Let me go ahead and pull up the receipts for people who don't know. Let me go ahead and pull that information up so you can know what is going on. Let me go ahead and pull that up real quick. Because if you don't know who Mary is, you should know who Mary is. I know who Mary is. I love receipts. Receipts. Ooh. Ooh, here it is.
We just had the most amazing family vacation.
Let me see if this is the one. Ooh. Yep, this is the one. Hold on, wait, give me a sec, y'all. Cause you know I gotta bring up the receipts, okay? We not gonna say listen, y'all know I don't expose unless I got some receipts. So let me pull up these receipts so y'all know exactly what she's talking about. Just give me one sec. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Think about how quickly he moved forward from me to Marjorie. That was disturbing. With all the emails and the text messages and the different things that I was finding out about. I thought the least that he could do, make me whole at the end of it. He left. He just left, walked out the door. Once he realized that I was going to divorce him, he walked out the door. He had a shoulder bag. He walked out. Went right to New York, to our apartment that we had there, which I never got to see, by the way, and then she joined him there. Marjorie joined him there. Never an apology. Steve never said that he was sorry.
Wow.
He had our housekeeper pack his belongings up and forward those belongings to New York. And after that, that was it. When it was time to go before the judge, Steve did not show up. I was standing there alone with his attorney, at least the attorney that was representing us. He did not show. And the judge said, okay, you're divorced. That was that. The not having closure part was really devastating. But on top of that, he took my Winton.
Ooh, I remember
took my Winton from me. He turned my son against me. Had me evicted from our house. Thrown out. All the businesses, all the money, the cars. At a moment when I was down and devastated, he maneuvered everything. He manipulated the courts, everything against me. He went to court and under oath said that on his own he had built this whole thing by himself. And I just sat at the table and cried. I cried through the whole thing. And I fell apart. I was crying. I couldn't focus. I couldn't answer any of the questions that they were asking me. And I woke up, everything was gone. It was just gone. And as much as I tried to put it behind me, it's hard to put something behind you that keeps popping up in your life. When I saw the Essence magazine for January 11, to keep seeing my name referenced when talking about his life, that part of it I don't understand. I really don't. For as much as I try to put all this behind me, as I sit and talk and speak right now, there's a lawsuit that's been filed against me in Texas because, in Steve's opinion, I was responsible. I was responsible when Oprah did not give him a TV show. I'm being sued for that as I sit here on this sofa today. So as much as I'm trying to move forward, I keep getting pulled back into a situation that I don't want to be a part of. So that is.
Gosh, I remember watching this. And, you know, shout out to Melissa. Melissa, thank you for the 99. I really appreciate that. But Steve is trifling. I don't know why he gets so much praise. You know, that's all more, you know. But I don't know why she gets praise. I mean, why he gets praised so much. Okay? I want to hear from Kevin Samuel's ex-wives. If I'm being completely frank. I want to know what happened. But let's continue. Let's continue. Shout out to Melissa, though. Melissa, shout out to you. Let's get back into this.
That's why that I have to deal with this right now. That is why I'm saying what I have to say. In lieu of the lawsuit against me, he and his lawyer prepared a letter of apology. He was wanting me to sign off on this big, huge letter of apology saying that whatever showed or appeared on the internet or whatever, that was my fault. It was my responsibility. He held up his bargain in the marriage. I mean, on top of everything else, on top of losing everything, my son, he wanted me to take the blame for it in writing. When I started to read, why do I have to think like a man? Page 99, it really helped me focus when, you know, it said identifying what you want. What I did want was closure. It helped me to concentrate on what I really wanted out of this whole thing. And I do thank both you guys. Thank you for this book. Thank you for the title. It really helped me in more ways than I can describe right now. And when we're all together, very soon, I hope, we'll have that conversation and we'll have a group hug and I'll be able to really tell you guys what you did for me. But ladies, get this book. And I hope this book do for you what it did for me. It really helped me set myself free at a time when I knew that was what I should do, but I just felt so alone in that decision. And this really helped me pull myself together and to stand up. Lost touch with my soul. I had nowhere to turn.
Okay, I'm not trying to get copyrighted. Okay, I want to know why. Is she promoting his book or am I confused? Okay, so I also want to talk about this. Okay, I also want to talk about this. Yeah, that's why I was like, why is she promoting his book? And I'm like, what? But listen, maybe she agreed to that to release that whole lawsuit. So listen to what she said prior to that. Also, Steve got some karma to pay. And you know who's the karmic? Mordry. So recently, if you haven't noticed, I think I saved it. Let me go back and look. Let me go back and look right now. They are not together. They are not together. And I'm about to play a video here in a sec. Let me see if I can find it. You're gonna be like, what is going on? Did I save it? I probably did. I think it's on here. Hold on, let me see. I don't know if you guys saw this on Instagram, but I have to bring it up because it fits perfectly into this video. Steve was not happy with Mordry. If that's her, I think, yeah. Is that how you pronounce her name? I also need to do a video about Jada Waiter, about how she can't stay in a relationship, or she has been in a relationship since she was in high school. She's never been alone, and she doesn't know what it's like to be alone. No, that ain't it. Dang, did I save the video? That's not it. Did I save the video? I don't think I saved the video. But I need to find this video. I need to find this video. Oh my gosh. Y'all just give me a sec so I can try to find it real quick. That ain't it either. Damn. I'm pretty sure it was on Gossip in the City, but I'm not sure. Okay, that was all today. That. I have to find this video. Is this it? No, that was Trey Songz. Dang, I don't know if I can find it. I gotta find it, y'all. I gotta find it because when y'all see this man's energy, y'all just gonna be like, oh, he going through it. And then with this whole situation, let me see if I can find it on a different page. I knew I should have saved this. I knew I should have saved this because I knew I was gonna need this receipt. I don't know if there's any bloggers out here that can relate to this, but when you know you need a receipt, oh, maybe it's under gossip. Damn. That's Hollywood. Was it under Hollywood Unlocked? Nah. It wasn't under. Nope, that's Swahili. Nope, that ain't it either. It's like on their backup page, I believe. Anybody on here who follow Gossip in the City, what is their backup page? Because I need to find this. I have to. Ooh, and that Whitney Williams situation is just wow. Anybody follow their just sip this. Yup. Okay. We back in business. I'm like, what is it called? Wait, is the account deleted? That's what happened. I'm like, I knew I saved this receipt because I'm like, oh, but I didn't download it. I just saved it. You know what? They deleted it. Just sit this. Yep, y'all. That page is gone. There was a video on there of Steve Harvey getting his karma. That's what that was about. Basically, Marjorie and them have been separated since November of 2020. But when you see Steve and you see that video, if you've seen the video, anyone on here seen that video? Is there anyone on here that has seen that video? Let me see if I can find it on YouTube. Let me see if I can find it on YouTube. Has anyone seen that video? His energy is just so irritated. Like he's not happy. That's what happens when you feel like you can just move on and not give people closure. You don't do that. You don't ghost people. And that's exactly what Steve Harvey did, thinking that karma don't come back to bite, and it does. Let me see if I can find it. I'm talking about like recently. There's nothing. Okay, there's nothing as of right now. There's nothing right now, but don't be surprised.
Y'all keep asking me about this guy.
Don't tell me I lost my spot. That was like about 5 minutes in. Okay, I can't find it. I can't find it, you guys. But there's a story on Real. Let me go look that up. Real Cool. It's called Real Cool Story. Nikki, okay, girl, give me the video, sis. Sis, we need the receipt. Yes, the Valentine's Day video. Yes. Where is it at? Who can give me the ad, sis, so we can share it? I should have been asking y'all this whole time. It's on IG. What's the ad though? What's the ad, sis? Just give me the ad. Because I cannot find it to save my life. Lurking in the city. Okay, let me look it up because y'all need to see this full picture. Okay. Wait, is it? Hold on. Wait, is it? Oh, wait. I'm looking at the wrong one. Ooh. Hold on. Let me look. I'm trying to get y'all this receipt. Y'all gonna be like, what? Okay. Oh, here it is. Okay. I'm not gonna say nothing. I want y'all to tell me what you think. I'm not gonna tell you absolutely nothing. I want y'all's opinion. Ooh, this tea.
Y'all keep asking me about.
Oh, dang. You know what? I'm gonna have to open up a new. We have to come back to Coach Cooch just here in a sec. Just give me a sec. Oh my God. Look, y'all done made this man famous. Oh, it makes me sick. Oh my gosh. Listen, that should be Pink Pill or Shara 7 or Chrissy. That should not be Kevin Samuels. I said what I said. Just makes me upset. Okay, let's get into this video though. Y'all ready for this? Wait, can y'all see this? Can y'all see me? Okay, y'all can see. Y'all see what's going on? Okay, y'all ready for this? Because I'm ready. Okay.
So
Somebody said he irritated. You know, I just love karma. I just love it. I love it. Listen, karma is good. Karma is bad. It just depends on what you give out. Okay? So look at his body language. Like his body language is like, ugh. Like this woman annoys me. She's too much. She's draining me. I'm tired. Okay? Now the pandemic, it has that effect. Should have stayed with Mary. Since we're on karma, let me also show you what karma can do. Let's go on down to Dr. Dre. Let me just type in Dr. Dre. Wait. Dr. Dre. Let me just type in his name. Okay, besides the dating situation. Let me scroll down. Wait. I'm going to just type in ex-wife and mistress. Dude. Let me see. Look at this karma. You know what? His karma affected his health too. Okay. Let me also show you his ex-wife, want money. Look at this other karma. He had a whole brain aneurysm. That's serious. Listen, you don't listen to the men out here that think they can just screw over a woman and you don't think it's gonna come back to bite. I'm gonna pray for you. This is why, as women, ladies, there's no need in you getting bitter, even. Listen, you need to tap into your spirituality, okay? No need in you doing that. Karma always comes back to bite. That's why you always should do the right thing, even when no one is looking. Because when karma comes back, it could either come back in a form of abundance, or it could come back in a form of headache and bad health and bad credit. You can't keep no money. Listen, I recently just learned that the man that screwed me over, he is never going to be able to hold on to money. They told me, my ancestors told me that he will always have a hole in his pocket. Money is something he will never be able to hold on to. You don't screw over people and think you're going to get away with it. Let's get back to this video. You don't screw people over and think you're going to get away with it. It eventually catches up. So good luck with that. That goes to women too. Okay, let's get back to this video.
Y'all keep asking me about this guy, Kevin Samuels. Now, Kevin Samuels is another like Steve Harvey type.
Hold on, let me start over. I don't know why I keep starting over from the beginning. Why y'all keep doing it? Let me share my, you know what? I'm gonna just go since they screwed it up anyway. Let me just go back to Instagram. Sorry, y'all. I got my caps on. Hold on, why are you doing that? Instagram. I got my all caps on. Just give me a sec. One day I'm gonna go in my DMs so y'all can read the DMs I get. Oh, one day. I gotta be in a relationship though, because I'm not trying to ruin my prospects. Okay. Let's get back to this. I think it's 5 minutes.
But if she was a punk ass bitch, he'll be treating her the way he treated Mary. Y'all gotta do y'all receipts on men. That's what I'm trying to say. Y'all always want to check out women. A lot of women try to give y'all advice back in the day, and y'all played them because y'all be like, oh, she ain't got no man. I don't want to hear what she gotta say. She don't got this. So a woman gotta have a man to give y'all advice, and a man doesn't have a woman to give y'all advice. A woman gotta have a husband to give y'all advice, but a man can have 3 marriages that were not successful. Problem is, y'all look at other people as y'all role models. Instead of people that y'all know in your face that should be your role model. No nigga can give me advice. No man can give me advice. The only man that can give me advice is Big Tommy. Tommy Smalls. Daddy T is the only man that can give me advice. My Uncle Bushy that died, he could give me advice because he was married 42 years. Y'all letting these Negroes that are celebrities give y'all advice. Look at the guy that got married to LaToya Luckett, Rob Hill, all those guys. Tony Gaskin, all those guys. They playing on y'all insecurities. And this Kevin Samuel guy, he's even worse because he's telling chicks like, you're not cute. You're a 5. You're a 6. And y'all think that's cute. It's time for us to stop supporting.
Listen, this is a woman that's married. Okay? Y'all should look her up on Instagram. This is a woman that's married. She ain't single. And this is another thing. Listen, I come on to my YouTube channel in my masculine energy. But when there's a man in my presence that I respect, that has real masculinity, not money and status, but he has real masculinity, okay? I respect him. So all that masculine energy gets toned all the way down. Fast, quick, in a hurry. Because I'm in the presence of a real man. Some of you men that follow those red pill channels, y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all know nothing about that. All of this gets toned all the way down every single time. Because I'm in the presence of a man that I respect. Y'all don't know nothing about that though. So when I don't respect you, yeah, I'm going to be in my masculine energy. I don't respect you, period. I don't know who, like, you ain't paying my bills. You trying to tell me what to do? Get out of here with that. I don't respect you. Not every man deserves your femininity, ladies. Not every man deserves your femininity. Not every male deserves your femininity, ladies. Some of them deserve your masculine energy. Period. But when I'm in the presence of a man, I'm talking about a real one, not one that relies on money, status, materialism to make him feel whole. I'm talking about a real man. I'm talking about a man of substance, a man of value, a man of integrity. That's going to do right by you when you're not looking. That's going to do right by you in the middle of his mistakes. Okay? So y'all get that twisted. I'm going to come on here in my masculine energy because I'm talking to Dusties. I'm not talking to men. I'm talking to the Dusties of the Dustiest. Because listen, real men, they got business to conduct. They don't got time to be on my little platform conversating with me. So to the men that be on here, the males that be on here, yeah, you gonna get my masculine energy. I don't respect you. Point blank, period. Now, unless you make your name known and you seem to be a gentleman, yeah, you can get my sweet smile. How you doing? But if you on some other stuff, oh no, honey, you not getting that soft side. You not. You didn't earn it. And then you men think everything's for free. Ain't my feminine side is not free. It cost. How does it cost? You got to be a valuable person. You got to be a valuable man. If you're a man of no substance, you're not getting that soft side from me. You think I go to the gas station in my feminine energy? No, I go to the gas station in my masculine energy. You want to know why? Because I got dusty men catcalling me. You think I'm gonna be in my feminine energy for that? No, I'm gonna be in my masculine energy. Okay. So let's get back into this. Listen, let's learn how to code switch, honey. I know how to code switch. When things need to get done, they need to get done. When you a businesswoman, you got to be in your masculine energy to conduct business. Because if you're in your feminine energy, people just gonna walk all over you. You know how they already don't like to pay Black women, Black creators, Black bloggers, up and coming models, up and coming singers. They already don't want to pay us. You can't be in your feminine energy when you're trying to conduct business. And when it comes to my platform, I'm trying to conduct business.
And these misogynistic men who come from broken homes, had broken marriages, they even got broken fatherhood stuff.
Ooh.
Guys wasn't even fathers to y'all children. So I don't want to hear nothing that they gotta say about anything. That's not empowerment. Ooh. Women empowerment is not telling a woman that she's a good 5 in the face.
Right.
That's not funny to me. And it's not cute. So don't bring up Kevin Samuels to me. Because Kevin Samuels is just like another Steve Harvey to me. A fucking fraud. And he can't fuck with me in any debate. Ooh. He can have any debate with me. And if whoever screen records this, go back and tell him. Go and tell him. Because he won't debate with Big T. He's going to do his research.
Okay,
and know he's talking to a strong, confident, well-educated Black woman. And that's the problem. Y'all are always show y'all weakness to a man. You're not going to grow showing your weakness to no man. Whatever it is, you got to fucking work out within yourself, whether it's your self-esteem.
Hold up. Let's talk about it. Now, she done brought up a good point. Okay, Big T done said, okay, listen. Big T done said, this is Key coming out. I used to play ball. This is Key coming out. Okay, we get back to Yoni in a sec. Yoni, she in the back seat right now. Key's taking over. Okay, I'm talking about the girl that used to play ball. Yeah. When it comes to this situation, why are women so weak when it comes to men? I want to know why. Why are you so weak? You know, your strength is your mind. It's your mentality. It's your standards. It's your boundaries. That's where your strength comes in. See, a lot of women, okay, they deal with men, they standards fold, boundaries fold, self-esteem folds, confidence folds. Just whole identity gone. Where did it go, sis? A lot of, and then the crazy thing, right, is that some of these women be bosses. Some of these women be business owners. Some of these women be top of their game when it comes to their career. But when it comes to a man, they weak. Weak. Why is that? I really want to know. I really, why are you conducting business, negotiating deals, but when it comes to a man, you are weak? No. Tavia, when it comes to a relationship, you do have to compromise. But you should never compromise your standards. You should never compromise your boundaries. Those two things keep you safe. Okay? Now, when it comes to small things, like a man don't have to be 6'4". He don't got to be 6'4". Okay, you can compromise with 6'2". You can compromise with 6'2". So I believe in compromising, but I don't believe in losing your whole identity just because you got with a man. I don't believe in that. And that's not what femininity is. That is not what femininity is. Hold on. I'm trying to shout somebody out, a super chatter. Margareta, I think I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Johnson, thank you for the $1.99. I appreciate it. Let me go back down. Let me go back up. wait, let me go back up. Okay. Sun Girl Reload, thank you for the $20. Okay, super chatter, shout out to you. Okay. Now, compromise, like I said, compromise is a thing that a woman will have to understand. But you shouldn't be compromising your standards and your boundaries, sis. That's what keeps you safe. Height, you can compromise with that. You can compromise with height. You can compromise with build. You can compromise with age. You can compromise with maybe he lives in a different state. Those are things you can compromise on. But being weak for a man, I don't respect women like that. I'm sorry. I don't respect it, because how can I respect you as a woman when this man don't respect you and you don't feel like this man needs to respect you? So where is my respect coming from? Where can I pull it from, sis? Where can I pull it from? I can't. It's hard. I don't even know where to pull it from because you're not showing me where I should pull it from. A woman that knows her worth, a woman that knows her value, a woman that knows what she wants for herself and she's not afraid to vocalize it. I respect that. Why? Even if I don't agree with your lifestyle. If you come to me and you say, Yoni, I want to do fans only. Yoni, you know what? I want to be in a polyamory style, dynamic type relationship. Yoni, you know what? I'm into women. I respect you. Why? Because you know what you want. You're not compromising on that. Women who compromise the things that they want, truly want, like at the core, not height, not built. We're talking about values, integrity, characteristics, and things like that. I don't respect women like that. You folding. That's not what womanhood is about. Womanhood is about creating a standard and sticking to it. A lot of these men will test you and they'll try to see if, you'll fold on the standards that you have. Standards is something you never compromise on. Living in a different city with a man, that's some compromising. That's what happens in relationships. You compromise. Thank you, Selena. That is so sweet. Jane, she said, Red Pill / Kevin Samuels mostly do videos bashing women and how women should change. Misogyny. Toxic, though. Not the healthy kind. Not the good kind. Not the kind that we want. The toxic kind. But where are the videos on how men can change and become high value? Girl, I'm still waiting on that. They be so focused on us. But you want to know why they focus on us, ladies? You want to know why they're focused on us? Because they can make a quick come up on us. If Kevin Samuels was to talk to a man like that, he wouldn't have a career. He would not have a career. That's the reality. He would not have a career. That's facts. The only reason why he has a career is because of us women. I told you, pick up a mirror and look at it. It's because of us. This is where the accountability comes in. It's because of us. We got to pick up a mirror and look at it. He's famous. He's picking up traction. He's doing all of that because of us. No one but us. He can't make a career off men. Selena said, thank you again for the $5. She said, black men know that they can. Hold on, it disappeared. Give me a sec. Let me go back up. Can gaslight black women and go viral. Exactly. And we fall for it every time. We fall for it with outrage, being overly emotional. I told you guys, Don't allow these men into your emotions unless they paying your bills. If they're not paying your bills, they should not be in your emotions, sis. I told y'all, Key is coming out right now. Yoni, she took the back seat. Okay? You should not be in your emotions unless a man is paying your bills. If he's not paying your bills, what the man is saying should go in one ear and out the other. Period. He ain't paying a bill. His words mean nothing. They don't mean a goddamn thing. Y'all got me upset. That's why I'm like, Jessica, I don't know who that is unless she paying me $2,500. Kevin, you paying me to come on your platform? I don't know who that is unless he paying me to come on his platform. He ain't paying a bill. He don't hold no weight. He don't hold no weight. He don't hold no weight. Period. Trust. This is not about trust. This is about business. This is about business. This is about a woman benefiting. And every time a woman goes on his platform, majority of the time, he's benefiting. She's not. And I told you guys, Black women are successful in career and business. There should never be a drop off when it comes to your dating life. Because a lot of the practices, character traits when it comes to negotiating, those are all things that you already know about. But it just seems like because of desperation, you get weak. And you should never be that. Yes, he blew up off of women. That's a fact. He blew up off of women. Black women you want to know why Black women are unsuccessful in relationships? It's because of absent fathers. That's why Black women are unsuccessful in relationships. Ooh, and who's to blame for that? Who's to blame for that? Mommy and daddy. Mommy and I didn't say Black men. I said mommy and daddy. Mommy and daddy is who to blame for that. That's why Black women are unsuccessful in relationships. Mommy and daddy. Mommy and daddy. Because it takes two to make a baby. It takes two to make that decision. It takes two. Not one. It takes two. A lot of people love to blame single mothers. A lot of people love to blame Black men. Listen, it takes two. Two people laid down and created you. Not one. That responsibility, once you came about, became a responsibility of two people. Not one. I had to thank my mama the other day. I had to thank my daddy the other day. I said, Mom, thank you for choosing a man that would be a father to me. And then I had to turn around and say, thank you, Dad, for being a father to me. It wasn't just daddy or it wasn't just mommy. It was both. It was both. And I told you guys on my Instagram live, which I will be posting probably tomorrow, that when it comes down to it, mommy's baby, daddy's maybe. Women all know this. If you don't know the saying, you just heard it. Mommy's baby, daddy's maybe. You should never, as a woman, ever feel like you wanting a man that's financially stable. You should never feel shamed for that. Or you should never feel like, oh, I'm asking for too much. What do you mean? This man is expecting you to spread your legs. What you mean you don't want a man that's financially stable? What you mean you feel guilty for wanting that? Mommy's baby, daddy's maybe. So if you have his baby by accident, on purpose, whatever the case may be, that's your responsibility. So to alleviate mommy's baby, daddy's maybe, okay, you don't lay with a man that's not financially stable. All these men want to talk about, oh, women only want me for my money. You ain't got no money like that. You're not rich. You're not in entertainment. You're not a rapper. You're not an actor. You are a regular everyday Joe, and you need to be financially stable when you ask a woman to spread her legs. Why? Because the reality of the situation is birth control is not 100% effective. Neither are condoms. So you don't need to be out here having sex and being broke. That don't even make sense. Y'all got me upset. I feel like I'm yelling. Anyway, I said what I said. Mommy's baby, daddy's maybe. You shouldn't be out here spreading your legs to a man that's broke. Because the reality is, if you get pregnant, what are you going to do? Now, as a woman, that responsibility have shifted mainly towards you because you're the one that has to physically carry this child. He don't have to worry about the first, second, or third trimester. You know what? This man don't even have to worry about birth. So you need to hold these men accountable up front, okay? Don't be laying with no man that's broke. Period. We all have different standards. My standard is this. I'm not laying with no man that can't put me up in a suburban home, 5-bedroom minimum, 4-bedroom, in a good school district for my kids, in a safe neighborhood for my kids. If that's the case, I'm not spreading these legs because I don't want my kids to go to some raggedy school district. I don't want my kids to go to a raggedy school district. I don't want to have to take my child to a babysitter that's shabby. I don't want to have to do that. And let me tell you something else. A babysitter, that's expensive. That's not cheap. That's not cheap. So as a woman, this is your responsibility. When you meet a man, you better think twice about spreading them legs to a broke dusty. Because when it comes down to it, mommy's baby, daddy's maybe. This man can ghost you, leave you with no responsibility in sight, physically, financially, maybe down the road. But if he broke, you're not going to get no money. You're not going to get no real support. Daycare is so expensive. Got a girlfriend right now. I think she's paying like $500 a week. So you better think twice before you spread them legs to a random dusty. I don't want my kids to suffer because I didn't. I didn't suffer when it comes to things that I needed. Things that I wanted, well, I would say emotionally, there were things that I needed emotionally that I didn't get. But when it comes to the physical aspect, I never went without. I was never hungry. I was never neglected when it comes to, daycare, being abused, being molested. Why? Because my parents ensured that I had something safe. So these are things as a woman you have to think about. You cannot be naive and go into having sex with a man and think things is just going to be sweet. In the moment, yeah, it's hot and heavy. Of course it's sweet then. Of course a man is going to tell you whatever you need to hear to make you feel better because he high off that nut. We talked about this. Men get high off a nut. They tell you everything. Men get high off of being horny. They tell you anything and everything that you want to know. And you should take it in one ear and it should leave the other ear because at the end of the day, he high off that nut or he high off some hormones because he horny. And as a woman, you should know that. A man that's high off a hormone of being horny and a man that's high off a nut is lying to you. Point blank, period. Have the conversation the next day because his mind is all messed up. I call it high off that nut, high off of being horny. So high off nut, high off pre-nut, okay? High off nut and high off pre-nut. Okay, that's, you know what? I'm gonna just say high off that nut. You so right. Pre-nut and regular nut. You so right. We gonna listen. I feel like y'all not hearing me. I feel like y'all not hearing these men. Listen. They'll put you through some mess, y'all, and you don't deserve that. You don't. You really don't. Pillow talk has messed up a lot of women. Trust me, I know. Okay, let's get back into this. Let me see. She only got a little bit left.
Whether it's your body, whether it's your mind, you work that out without a man knowing your business. That's the problem. Every time y'all meet a new man, y'all tell him y'all insecurities. You tell him what you did wrong with the last man. The less you say is the better you're going to be. And I'm telling you, this is real talk early in the morning, Coach Cooch in the morning. The less you talk about your insecurities to a man, I don't care if it's your husband. My husband stays saying, oh, you didn't tell me that. You didn't tell me that. It is what it is. And check the receipts of the person that you're following. Just like a lot of y'all follow certain women online. They're crying on Instagram on Valentine's Day. What is that? Is that a leader to you guys? Is that who you want to be? You think that life is all about money? Because let me tell you something. It's a lot of bitches with money, but they was mad and miserable. They ass was quiet last night. All these chicks y'all want to be like. They have not one man send you a card. Nobody offered to take you out. Not one. Watch who you're following. Watch who you're following. It's not all about the money. It's not all about the clout. This person leading you down a fucking bad road, a lonely road. And that's why I put up what I put up in my stories, that this life, the real bag is happiness. Whatever happiness is to you is the real bag. A lot of people was going out sad last night. And that's why I ain't putting nothing up, because I don't like to make people feel bad. But my life is good every day. So I don't have to do it only for Valentine's Day. But a lot of you guys following all these girls that tell y'all fuck that, get money, but they were real lonely last night and real sad and crying online, looking stupid.
I like her. I like her.
Stop being a follower. Be a leader. Find out what make you happy. Because it ain't all about listening to dumbass people like Kevin Samuels and dumbass Steve Harvey, who can't even get his own stepdaughter coochie right. Y'all better stop. And that's it. I don't want to hear nothing else about Kevin Samuels. Don't write me about it. I do not care about men that talk about women. I don't like men that talk down to women. I don't like none of that stuff. I don't even want to hear about these hoes y'all think getting money. Great. Everybody's getting money. That's great. But everybody was real fucking quiet yesterday on Valentine's Day. Not a husband, not a baby daddy in their face, nothing. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
I like
so
her,
yeah,
y'all.
you know my real job is real estate. Just my part-time job. Anyway, so did I make myself clear about Kevin Samuels? Stop asking me about that fucking loser. Stop asking me about any of these men that talk down on women. They're nothing but misogynistic assholes. And I'm so sick of it. Y'all keep asking me about this guy, Kevin Samuels. Now, Kevin Samuels...
Listen, sis said stop asking her about Kevin Samuels. She said stop asking her. She fed up. Listen, listen, people always DMing me on Instagram about Kevin. Like, I literally got a flood of tags, DMs on Instagram about how Kevin went viral. This video has been around about having giving a man sex after $300. I didn't even watch it, y'all. I just listen. These men don't listen. I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna have to really get with you guys. I need you guys to hear me. These men don't run shit. Okay, they don't run nothing. These legs, they open, they close. Who are they controlled by? You, a woman. They're not controlled by these men. Y'all let these men that are misogynistic, toxic misogyny tell you that you need to spread your legs for $300. Are you kidding me? Listen, women run this. Women run this. We are the gatekeepers to pleasure. Okay? So if these legs close, you're not getting the one thing that a man wants. Point blank, period. Okay? Men control access to marriage. Women control access to sex. Why y'all think we was getting wife back in the day? The only reason why you guys think y'all getting away with something is because sex is easy. If sex wasn't easy, you guys would be marrying us, committing to us, quick, fast, in a hurry. The only reason why y'all feel like y'all running something is because you got girls out here just spreading their legs so carelessly, so freely. But let me tell you something. If they was to stop tomorrow, y'all would be getting y'all's act together. Let me tell you that. You wouldn't be out here feeling like you King Kong just because you got some status. You got some money. You'll be trying to wife the next woman tomorrow, next week. Stop it. Y'all really think y'all be running something just because these girls are out here that don't like you, that just want you for your money, your status, your fame, whatever it is, lifestyle. They don't really care about you though. But that's a different conversation. Since we're speaking on something that's so surface level, like sex, and women out here who just want to give the coochie away just for, I don't know, a good time. Y'all think y'all be running something. Y'all don't. Listen, I'm going to just keep it a stat. Pussy starts wars. Pussy can end a war too. Oh, you didn't think pussy can do a lot. But girls be just out here giving away for free. The number one power that they have, they give it up. Because they don't know their worth. They don't know their value. So that $300, listen, I went on a whole helicopter ride. Ate a $200 steak. You settle for what you want to settle for. First of all, I didn't even know a $200 steak existed. I had to play it off like, yeah, I eat like this all the time. Hell no, I don't eat like that all the time. I don't. Never. In my life, it was an experience. A $200 steak and a helicopter ride in LA? Listen, these men feel like they running something. They really not. And I'm telling you, if you want to show a man who really running something, you want to show a man who's really boss. Close them legs. Close them legs. And if we can all just, listen, if we can all just do it at the same time, would we see a shift? We would see a major shift. But you know, the number one thing that's holding us back as women is this whole feminist movement, sexual liberation. That's not helping us. And then the second thing that's holding us back is money. We feed into the misogyny for money. If we didn't do those things, our power would be known. Our power would be defined. Our power would make a big wave of changes. But because we give it away so freely, here we are. We got men like Kevin Samuels making content about giving it up after $300, 3 dates. That's funny. And listen, that's based off of him. So I still know men that's willing to pay high dollar for some punani. It just depends on what you settle for and what you don't. It depends on what standards you have, what standards you don't have. You got to open up your options, though. You got to open up your options. In my last live, I showed y'all casenet.com. In my last live, I showed y'all my dating apps and the options that I have. Only weak men are controlled by WAP. Then men collectively are weak. That's a fact. Especially black men. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started about how black men so weak for some punani. Y'all have very low standards when it comes to sex. Don't even get me started. Y'all, white women, non-black women have made that known how weak y'all are when it comes to pussy. Y'all don't have standards. Y'all don't have standards. Y'all don't. Y'all give up the D so easily. I could call 5 black men right now and say, hey, do you want to have sex? All of them would be like, when, where? Let me fly you out. Stop it. Y'all don't have standards because you know why? Y'all on YouTube watching red pill content. Black men telling you to red pill to the day that you die. Y'all don't have standards when it comes to the D. Y'all give it up freely to anyone. And your sperm too. Y'all not even selective about your sperm. Y'all give that out freely. Y'all give y'all's DNA out freely, genetics freely. I appreciate the $5. I appreciate the $5, but y'all be giving out y'all good DNA and sperm freely to anybody. Everyone knows that. I know. Listen, if I was to contact any of the white men on Hinge right now about sex, they would probably say no. You know, let me try to get to know you. Let me try to get to know you. A black man, any time of the day, anytime, it could be 3 a.m. in the morning. I could text a black man. He up, he ready. Y'all don't have standards when it comes to sex. Please save that for someone else. Y'all don't even want to go to the clinic and get checked out. Y'all don't even want to know if your penis is burning, if it's on fire. Y'all don't even want to go to the doctor. Stop it. Y'all don't have standards when it comes to sex. Y'all don't. You want to know why you don't have standards when it comes to sex? Because it's an ego thing. Y'all think just because a white woman says, "Oh yeah, he got that big BC. I got a big ass." You think I'm falling all over white men to talk to me? No. Because I know it's not love. I know it's lust. Y'all kill me with that. Y'all easy. Period. I don't care what nobody. You're easy. It don't take much to get a black man in the bed. Please stop it. I can rant for a whole hour about that. Y'all think feeding your ego means something. It don't mean nothing. And then half of these women don't respect you when you giving up the D so easily. But y'all think there's a double standard. Y'all think that when women give it up easily, oh, men don't respect her. But no, when men give it up easy, there's a lot of women that don't respect you. Like, ooh, he giving up his D so easy when you like that? Oh my God. Yeah, but because of the BBC myth, men, they feed into it. I just want black men to actually make some money off of the BBC. I just want y'all to actually get some income, some investments, some something. Y'all make the Magnum condom. Y'all don't even make money off of that. You know who making money off of your myth? White men. Y'all don't own no stocks in the Magnum condom. Y'all done got me started. Y'all don't own no stocks in the Magnum condom company. Okay? Y'all not even making money off your own myth. And y'all don't feel like y'all need to. Y'all cool with the fact that a white man is making money off your BBC. To this day. I think it's funny. When y'all gonna get a check? When y'all gonna get a cut? But y'all still be buying up Magnum condoms. I think it's funny. I'm like, y'all out here supporting Magnum condoms like y'all own the place. And it's a myth. The only reason why you getting it is because you want to seem cool with your friends. You want to seem cool when you pull it out in front of a woman. That's the only thing that y'all care about is what it looked like. You can't wait to pull out that Magnum condom, but you ain't even making no money from it. You're not even making no money from your own myth. Interesting. Don't get me started. I don't know who donated the $5. Thank you. Something wrong with them. Listen, start making some money. And then that's the thing. Somebody said Magnum condoms is too big. Listen, that ain't my business. Okay, because it ain't about the size, it's about the motion in the ocean, hun. It's about the motion in the ocean. It ain't about the size. It ain't about the size. It's not. It's really not. I promise you, it's really not about the size, honey. So I'm not even gonna play like that. It ain't about the size. But I will say that a lot of these men do not have standards because they're out here listening to red pill content, putting their identity and they putting everything into status and money and materialism. Gucci bags, Gucci shoes. I don't know what y'all be into nowadays. I can't even keep up. But y'all not even making money off of the things that y'all promote so much. It's like, come on. Get it together. Y'all could be out here competing with your counterparts. You shouldn't have came into the chat, sir. I don't think you were ready. I don't think you were ready. Get some standards. Thank you, Brandon. Listen, a black man with some standards. He ain't going to just hit anything that's walking. He not going to hit anything that's walking. He's not going to risk his whole life for some punani. He going to think twice about it. I respect men like that. Thank you, Brandon, for the $1.99. Y'all got me. Listen, no, we're not about to do that. They want to look rich. They want to be flashy. It's tacky. It's tacky and it's tired. It's outdated. Okay? The only ones you're going to be impressing are women that are just so big on materialism. And then you want to look up like, well, I don't know why she expect this Birkin bag. I don't know why. I don't know why she expects this Chanel bag. I don't know why she expects these expensive shoes. Well, I mean, were you being flashy when you met her? If you were, that's the type of woman you attracted. You can't be mad at nobody but yourself. If I got to get out here and change my whole image, okay, I can't look like the Instagram baddie, even though it's a beauty trend right now to look like the Instagram baddie. What makes you think you could be flashy and get a wholesome woman, a woman of substance, a woman that don't want you for your money? What makes you think you can get away with that? Just being flashy? I'll wait. Some of them do be fly bums. Oh my God, y'all. I done seen some crazy stuff. That's what I'm saying. Just because a man got a blue check mark on Instagram, just because a man drives a nice car, just because a man lives in a nice loft, condo, or house, it don't mean nothing. Some of them living above their means. Some of them can't even afford the $6,000 condo that they live in. They barely making ends meet because they're living above their means. So please, if you are a woman and you are on this live, please don't fall for that. Okay? You need to see some bank statements at this point. These men be, oh my gosh. And then also, some of them, they rotate. Okay? You got the bachelor pad 1 week, and then the next guy got the bachelor pad. They split in rent. They split on a one bedroom, splitting rent. Okay, and then they rotate, see if they can put live up to this persona that they have on Instagram. But they still live at their mama's house, but they paying, girl, yeah, I told y'all I mentor. You need to look at some bank statements. You need to get on casenet.com and see if he has any financial bankruptcies, liquidations. You need to get on casenet.com, okay? Because these men think they fooling somebody. Cars be leased, be borrowed, be rented. These men so big on living up to a persona more than they are to putting in real work to make something happen. Oh my gosh, it's pathetic. Sauce boss trucker. Listen, all the men that have standards on here, y'all have my respect. Okay? Listen, if you are a man on my live, this is how you have my respect. Okay? And having my respect, it means something because I'm a woman of substance. If you didn't know, now you know. Okay? First of all, you have standards. You don't just hit anything that's walking. You don't put your pride, ego, and identity in status, money, and materialism. Okay? You know who you are as a man. You mean what you say when you talk. Okay? Your word holds weight. It means something. You got my respect. You have integrity. You got my respect. But these other little men that be walking around slinging a ding-a-ling around, giving it to any and everybody, I don't want it. It's community D. It's community D. But y'all think things are just, you think because of double standards, you think you could just sling your ping around and give out community D and you think you could still get a woman of substance. It's not going to happen. I don't do community D. Community D is attached to STDs, bacterial infections, and all type of stuff. Not for me. I told y'all, and this is the thing. Listen, ladies, y'all want to be out here and y'all want to sleep around and you want to have multiple partners. Please understand the consequences that come with that. Because it's not just it's not an out of wedlock birth where you don't know who the daddy is. It also comes with STDs, BV, and other stuff. Chlamydia, all type of stuff that can ruin your future. So think twice before you just out here just, sleeping around for your sexual liberation. Listen, sexual liberation is choosing when to lose your virginity when you want to. If you're a virgin on here, sexual liberation is holding on to your virginity when you feel like you're being pressured to lose it by society because it's hypersexual. Sexual liberation is also about choosing when and who you want to lose your virginity to, if that's something that you want to do. Sexual liberation is also having standards, boundaries with your sex, not giving your sexual energy out just to anybody. Because let me tell you something, your sexual energy is so powerful. And when you have sex, it's a ritual. So when you just give it up freely to anyone, okay, you're giving up an energy source that is connected to you, to just anybody. And the more you have sex, the more your energy is drained. It's almost like having a phone, and as a version, it's charged all the way up, right? It's charged all the way up. But then the more you have sex with a new person, the more your charge gets drained. And it's okay. I had to learn this the hard way. That's why y'all saw me taking a spiritual bath. And I wasn't even out here with multiple sex partners. I was just with a friends with benefits. But he was having sex with other people, and I didn't know about it. And it was messing up my energy. I was stagnant. I was losing my confidence in myself. I was losing my self-esteem. It was affecting my energy levels. I was drained. And I'm like, why am I so drained? Why is it so hard for me to get out of bed? And that's because I was giving out my sexual energy, and he was just draining every little bit of energy that I had. So you got to be careful. You got to be careful who you lay with. Hold on, And sex is the most natural thing that you will ever experience. The locker one. I am a fan. I follow and respect what you do, and I am a male. Well, look at all the men popping up in here. I have to disagree, though. Like, some men do give it away freely, but I don't. I care about who I sleep with and when. I don't have kids either. Please don't generalize. We have to speak on the majority, you guys. I hate to say it. I appreciate the love, though. I appreciate the $20, but the majority is that. And listen, it's getting to a point where white women are saying it. It's getting to a point where it's becoming known to white women. It's becoming known to non-black women. Y'all don't have standards when it comes to sex. When we speak collectively. And I respect the men. I respect the black men who do. But collectively, it's becoming a trend called red pill. Look up the hashtag. Look up the hashtag. That is what they are promoting. That is what they're promoting. I recommend, I think it's The Locker. I recommend you starting a YouTube channel. I recommend you getting on here, voicing your opinion as a black man. Because the ones that are doing it currently are toxic. And they're leading black men down a very, very dark path. A very dark path. They don't value themselves. They don't value their bodies, nothing. And it's really, really sad. So I understand you have standards. That's great. That is phenomenal. But I really advise that you get on here and you start voicing how you live your life. Be an inspiration. Be a leader to your demographic. Because black men be on here preaching the complete opposite of what I'm saying right now. The complete opposite. They promote red pill. Red pill is basically never settling down. Listen, I respect masturbation. I respect a man masturbating than a man just going around just giving it up freely. For sure. For sure. Women trip about masturbating. I don't. I know exactly what it means. I also know what it means for a man to play video games. It's a release factor. It's a stress release factor. I respect men who play video games. It just needs to be balanced. You shouldn't be on the video game all day. You should be at work. But when you come home, you want to unwind, you want to release some stress, that's your time. I can figure something else. I can figure out something else to do. It's about balance. But the red pill is literally leading men to a cliff. You're right. You're right. It is. And it's creating single parent households. It's promoting out of wedlock births. And that's why I don't like it. That's why I don't like it. And it's only when red pill is really promoted in a way of being a lifestyle and not a phase. Because I told you guys, I promote whole phases. I told you guys what a whole phase is. A whole phase is when you do things that is out of your comfort zone. It doesn't have to involve sex, but it can, depending on the situation. But a whole phase is just you, living free. It's you living free. It's you living according to your own standards, not based off society, not based off of labels, not based off of expectations from your family, your parents. A whole phase is just you out here experimenting with your hair. Maybe you want to cut it all off. Maybe you want to get locks. Maybe you want to get some box braids. Maybe you want to try a lace front. Maybe you want to try a color that you just never tried before. So you try a lace front wig. You just do things in that phase that is spontaneous. You do things in that phase that is adventurous. And you do things in that phase that one day, if you do have a daughter, you can tell her about this phase and how it shaped your identity as a woman and it shaped who you are today. Because that phase is meant for you to discover who you are as a woman. So if you want to explore with your sexuality, that's part of a whole phase. That's something you can do. That's something you can do. The same thing with red pill. The same thing with red pill. But red pill should be a phase. It should never be a way of life. It should never be a lifestyle. It's just a phase. That's it. So I promote whole phases, red pill. I don't even know what to call it if for feminine women, but like I call it a whole phase. You could call it whatever you want to call it, but that's just a space in your life where you really live according to your own rules, whatever that is. And it does not have to include being sexually involved. It just means you live according to your own rules. And the reason why I label it a whole phase is because, when you do things that goes against the norm, they always try to label it something that's derogatory, right? So I'm like, well, let's make whole phase let's make whole like a popping, term. So I use the term whole phase, but really it doesn't have to involve sex. It doesn't. It's all dependent on what you want, what you can handle as a woman. And also whole phase, like I said, it doesn't have to include casual sex. It don't have to include anything that involves sexual activity. It could just be you simply cutting your hair off, traveling across the world, backpacking in Africa. Girl, I don't know what it is, but you just have fun. You let your hair down. It's certainly the locker one. Thank you for the $10. It's certainly a possibility for a few special episodes. Like my main focus in journalism, YouTube is about gaming, ironically, food, culture, urban sneakers culture. Still, I try to help when I can. Well, you need to get out here in this community, okay? Because we got the wrong people out here with followings. You need to get out here in the community. And if you feel like you have a voice, you feel like you have something to say, if you feel like that the community can benefit as a Black woman, I'm asking you to start a YouTube channel. Okay? I'm tired of seeing these Black men have no standards sexually. I'm tired of seeing these Black men have no sense of identity. I'm tired of seeing these Black men being emotionally unavailable because they have trauma that they're suppressing and they don't even know how to become emotionally mature because all they know is how to suppress their emotions. Okay. I'm tired of seeing Black men put their self-worth, identity, self-confidence, self-esteem in money and status. I'm tired of seeing that. So I'm tired of seeing men using the excuse, oh, the white man is holding me back. But y'all the least educated. Y'all don't start businesses. Y'all are the least statistically to start a business. Why is that? Why is that? Now listen, I could entertain. Listen, let me tell you something. This is how fair I am. This is how fair I am. I can entertain Black men using, oh, the white man is holding me back excuse. I could entertain that if y'all were the most educated. I could entertain that. I said entertain the thought. If y'all were the most among your demographic, gender-wise, to start a business, but you're the least. Do I need to pull up some statistics here? Why are you guys the least? And then, okay, y'all down here, black women are up here. We're competing. I don't compare you guys to us in a way of with being, I guess, productive, because we compete with women and you guys compete with men. We're up here competing at the top of our level, at the top of our game, and you guys are down here when it comes to your demographic gender. Why is that? You guys should be up here with us. We should be head to head as far as how we compete with our counterparts. Why are you guys down here? Why are Hispanics beating you? We've been here longer than Hispanics. We've been here way longer. Listen, I've seen, I respect Hispanics. You know why? They're hard workers. They're dependable. They're good workers too. Very good workers. Very good workers. I've literally seen a Hispanic family rebuild a whole home in like 2 days. I'm talking about renovated a home that was abandoned, didn't have a furnace because I think it was stolen because of the parts cost or were worth money. And so they were able to, I guess people went into the home that was abandoned, stole the parts, and were able to sell the parts. So I literally saw a whole like Hispanic family profit off of one home that they were able to renovate in 2 days. Never seen that with black folks. Never seen that with black folks. Never seen that. I mean, they came in, my grandma lived next door. They came in, redid that home in 2 days. I'm talking about a new roof. I'm talking about some hardwood floors. Yes, 2 days. And I'm not over exaggerating when I say this. 2 days they were able to complete and renovate that home and have it up for sale to profit off of. And who was able to eat? That whole family. That whole family was able to eat. That whole family. But you know what? They were up on that roof working together. They were in that home working together, making something happen for their family, for people back home that lived in Mexico. How do I know this? I talked to them because I was impressed. I'm like, y'all did that in 2 days? And you know what they did? They bought that home. They bought that home and resold it. I don't know who this man is, but you're out of here. But no, listen. So when people be like, "Oh, you're so hard on black men," bullshit. Okay, bullshit. Please leave that for somebody that's weak, that ain't seen what a hardworking man can do. Them Hispanic men were up on that roof for at least 6 hours straight. I was just really impressed. I'm just like, wow, that I've never seen that in my life. My own daddy was like, they got that roof done quick. But listen, you know what? You know how many men were up on that roof? I want to say at least 6. There was at least 6 men on that roof that completed that roof in about 6 hours. Never seen nothing like that in my life. And then then me and my daddy over there watching, like, wow, this is just incredible. Like they really completed that in like a few hours, the whole roof. Typically, when somebody's doing your roof, it could take anywhere between 2 to 3 days. So we was just like, they did that in 6 hours? That's how them Hispanics be moving. So I want to know, why are black men not competing? Why are you guys not competing? the white man does tend to barcade. Just go around. Like, as a black man, you just have to dig around. Like, go through a window or go through the back. Black women have mastered this. Some men need to catch up. Ooh. Ooh. No, thank you. Black men are they're too busy competing with us. But let me tell you who is inside the home. Let me tell you who is inside the home. Hispanic women. Painting, working together. They was inside the home working together, painting, getting the inside together, cleaning up, getting rid of trash and decluttering. Because, you know, when you have an abandoned home, some of them are evictions. So sometimes you got to go in and clean up. So the men were on the roof. The women were in the home fixing it up. Listen, the women were doing their part too. But, you know, that's what it looks like. That me and my daddy was just looking at each other like, why can't black people do this? Why can't we come together and do this? Like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. You want to know how much they made off of renovating this home? Because they bought the home. I think they capped off, because I think the home, when they got done with it, they got it appraised and everything like that. I think the home ended up being, because this was in a very poor area, I think the home ended up being like, I think he said like 70,000 or something like that. Something crazy, y'all. I don't even know. But imagine you splitting a renovated home, maybe like 6 families. Because me and my dad was trying to do the math. Like, we was watching. First of all, we was impressed. We was just like, dang. They came in here, did all this work in 2 days. But we also was trying to do the math on, okay, how much is this house worth? How much did they get it appraised for and everything like that? And how much is each family taking home? They was taking home for a 2-day worth of work. I think they was split. I mean, they was splitting a few $1,000s. You know what I'm saying? Like a few thousand. So it's just like, black people could do that. Black people could do that. That's how we built this country. So it could be done. We've done it before. But the time that we did it, we worked for free. But black people could go and do that. Black people could definitely go and get that done. Get that handled quick, fast, in a hurry. Because we came to this country and we did it. So that's all Hispanics are doing. They're coming to this country and they're working together to build something. And I just wish black people would come together and do that. But you know who's taking our spot? The Hispanics. They came right on in, whoop, went right on up past us like it was nothing. So I seen that and I was just like really amazed at how they were able to handle that. Like in 2 days. 2 days they made well over a few $1,000s if they were to split it. Plus the cost of the equipment. They probably made a few thousand in a few days for two days worth of work. Imagine that. 6 families. Oh, this is why they are soon to be the majority? Yeah. And listen, the Asians done came to this country too and done profited off of black people. I told y'all about how they just be taking over. The Asians, they got liquor stores, beauty supply stores. They got Chinese food restaurants, Korean, even they even got Filipino. They got what's the Thai food. Listen, black people, the only thing that we lack, the only thing that's holding us back is unity. That's it. That is the only thing that's holding us back is unity. Because it's not skill set, it's not knowledge, it's not creativity, it's not vision, it's not talent. Because we can look in entertainment and see what all of those things have done for us. But why don't we do it for ourselves? Why do we have to sign a contract, a shabby one? Why do we have to sign our life away? Why do we have to do that in order for us to prosper? And I told you guys, it's the lack of unity. It's the lack of unity. And listen, Asians and Hispanics deal with racism too. We've seen some Karen videos. I've seen an Asian woman being discriminated against, and I've seen Hispanic people being discriminated against. So that excuse is played out. It's played out. I'm sorry, but it is. That excuse is played out. We are not the only ones being discriminated against. So that is played out. That's like black men think I'm picking on them about the white man is holding me back. It's because I've seen how other minorities have been discriminated against. It don't got nothing to do with the fact that your gender is male. It just has everything to do with the fact that I'm seeing other men, other minority men step over you. I got a problem with that because I'm just like, hold a minute, wait a minute. Now I hold the black man in high regards. How is it that this other minority can make a way and make something happen, make some money, make some profit? But it just seems like the black man got excuses about how the white man holding him back. Now that don't make no damn sense. How? And I told you guys, rap music, you know what it promotes? Death. Hip hop, death. For the women, out of wedlock births, baby daddy culture, baby mama culture. That's what it promotes. And then you know what else? You know what else? I've even seen like Asians profit off of hip hop culture. I've seen even Hispanics profit off of hip hop culture. But you know what they don't do? You know what they don't do? They sell it, but they separate it from reality versus entertainment. Black folks, we take it on like it's life or death. Like, no, these lyrics, they life. They may be preaching your life, but they should be preaching your past. They should be preaching your future, and they shouldn't be preaching your circumstances. And if they are preaching your circumstances, I'm assuming that your future is completely different than your circumstances. Because your circumstances, if it's anything compared to some of the rap lyrics I've heard, it should not be your future. It should be your past. And if it's not a past, it should be your goal to be your past and be proud of it. So I don't know. Like, some people make it goals. What are you making goals? This is a life that you don't want to live. That's what my daddy told me. I'm over here listening to Eazy-E. My daddy told me this is not a life you want to live. And people always look at me like, how is she so street smart? Because my daddy took me to the hood and told me this is not where you want to be. This is not where you want to be. This is not where you want to end up. Because when you end up here, they don't care about you. That's what he told me. They don't care about you when you end up here. You know what they care about? You buying alcohol, you doing drugs. That's what they care about in the hood. This is not a place where you want to end up. So no, I wasn't that suburban kid that was just sheltered to the point where she wanted to be from the hood. I wasn't like that because my daddy would take me on the weekends. He would go to the barbershop. Okay, I had to sit in there with all men, listen to them talk. And then after he would get his haircut, after my brothers would get their haircut, then we would go and cruise the block. And he would show us where he grew up. He would show us certain experiences that he had from where he came from. And he made it very clear to not only me, but my brothers, this is not where you want to end up. And then we would drive back home and I would have to see how the neighborhoods were so different. I would have to see how in my dad's neighborhood, there were liquor stores every corner, on every corner. You would literally see people just walking down the street stagnant, just out of it, because they were either high on drugs or drunk or both. I would see women pushing a stroller, freezing outside, cold, pushing a stroller with a baby in it, walking. That's what I would see. Then I would go back to my neighborhood. You know what I would see on every corner? Grocery stores, gas stations, libraries. That's what I would see. So the hood, the McDonald's on every store. Listen, no. And then another thing that I noticed was, I'll never forget, my auntie, she made me run across the corner to go to the grocery store, to the produce section. And I got to the produce section. I'm like, all of this is bad produce. Like, it looked like it's old. It's like close to being like, old. And she was, and I called her. I'm like, auntie, none of this stuff looks good. Like, none of it looks like healthy. She's like, girl, stop being bougie and just get something. So I'm like, okay. But then when I went back to my neighborhood, went right across the corner to the grocery store, the produce was fresh. It didn't look like it came off the back of a truck, like it fell off. So, you guys, like, they're poisoning us. There's just a lot that I can't even discuss on here. I could do it on Instagram, but I can't discuss it on here. And I had to go back and forth between environments and comparing the difference. And it was just mind blowing to me. Even the education system. The education system is just trash. And then you wonder why, me as a woman, I'm looking for a man that can offer me stability, because I don't want my kids to go to a shitty school district. These kids, sometimes they grow up because they were failed by the school system. So there's just a lot. I could talk about this all day, but going back and forth, seeing the dramatic changes, and then also another. I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna end this live. But another experience that I witnessed growing up was, I was like the only Black girl that had a father. I lived in the suburbs, but I had girlfriends, okay? I mean, like 10 or more, all Black, no fathers. Not one. Their moms were there. Their moms lived in the suburb, paying for a whole $100,000 home by herself. Struggling to meet ends meet because she was trying to get her kids to go to a good school. But she sacrificed because she knew how important it was for them to be in this particular neighborhood because of the school district. I even went to school with Black kids that were living under one home, but they only came here for school, and then they would go back home on the weekends. But that was before they started to crack down. That was before they really started to crack down on, oh, you could go to jail if you get caught having a kid in your home that doesn't actually live at this particular address. But back then, I know a ton of Black kids that I went to school with that was living under the same home, trying to get that good education in that white neighborhood. So for a very long time, I had daddy issues, but I never felt comfortable to speak on them, because I felt like, because my dad was in the home, because he provided, I felt like me speaking on my daddy issues was privilege. I felt like it was privilege, so I just suppressed my experience of having a father in the home. Yes, it's illegal in the U.S. I think there's a Black woman in jail right now doing a few years for sending her kids to a different school district. But then we're seeing the woman from Desperate Housewives, how she was able to do a few months for lying, getting her, and then this is college. We're talking about high school. Don't even get me started, y'all, because I grew up in a white neighborhood, and I've seen what white people can get away with. And honestly, it's insane. Okay. And this is the thing. Like, when I moved to the suburbs, my parents were like, okay, finally, we don't have to worry about drug dealers. Girl, yes, you do. You got to deal with the suppliers. You also got to deal with the suppliers and the ones that be out here trying to get you to sell. Mm-hmm. Listen, the only difference between black people and white people is the simple fact that white people don't get caught and black people do. White people don't get held accountable. Black people do. Why? Because white people are in charge. So yeah, I was recruited to sell drugs in a white neighborhood. That's a story time I need to talk to y'all about. That's a story time I need to talk to y'all about. Oh, you're an athlete. No one would suspect you. We got your back. My mama told me to never trust white people that claim they can do you a favor. Yes, that's something I have to do. Listen, people be thinking white people just good people. Listen, you got to vet everybody. You got to vet everybody. That's why I don't believe in this making white man a savior. That's bullshit too. You make yourself a savior. The only one that's truly a savior is the man in the sky. And if he ain't in the sky, well then I'm gonna just pray for you, because if you don't believe in a higher source, I'm gonna just have to pray for you. But you shouldn't be putting no faith in savior in a man on earth. Okay? Because I was recruited to sell drugs in a white neighborhood by a white family. Not a white man, not a white one. I said a white family. So y'all, ooh. Because I looked urban and I could make sales for them. Don't get me started. That's what I'm like. Y'all put white people in high regards, and I don't understand. White people is just as shady as black people. That's why you need to vet everybody the same. Ain't nobody getting passes around here. Yes. I went to white parties in high school, drugs, alcohol. I'm like, well, dang, where did all this stuff come from? The parents. The parents was supplying that stuff. The parents was home. Hey, Key, how are you doing? Hey, guys, it's nice to see you. Holding a beer in one hand and offering you a beer in the next. Please, like, get out of here with that. Please stop. They always try to make it seem like black people are so bad. Listen, the reality is I done seen both sides. And in my opinion, when it comes to destruction, the white neighborhood is way worse. Why? Because it's way more corrupt. Black people don't have resources. White people do. And when you go to their neighborhood, they got aunties, uncles, cousins, co-workers. I need a favor. All they got to do is call them. Listen, I need a favor. Tyler got in trouble and I'm just needing this to kind of come off his record. I literally had, and that's another thing. I had a white coach. I had a white basketball coach. Love him to death. Love him to death. Love him to death. He always took care of me. I'm not even gonna lie. This is when I knew all white people weren't the same, because I'm just like, this man is so nice to me. He doesn't treat me like a sexual being. He actually respects me and he puts me in such high regard. And I to this day, I will always have respect for this man. And I haven't seen him in a while, but I'll never forget when I got in trouble and I needed a bailout and he bailed me out. No questions, didn't even ask. Never talk about it, never spoke about it. And I'm like, wow, so this is the privilege of white people. This is what white privilege is. I didn't have to do no time. I didn't have to do nothing. All I had to do was go to this class. And the class was like a speeding class, because I went to jail for speeding. I don't think I ever told you guys this, but I ended up going to jail for speeding. And my white coach, he was a lawyer. He bailed me out. And the only thing I had to do, I didn't even have to go to court, you guys. I didn't even have to go to court. He took care of everything. The only thing I had to do was complete, I think it was like, was it a 2-hour or 4-hour class where you had to, it was like a speeding class, but there were it was like a driving class or something like that. I don't even know what type of class it was, but there was all type of people in there. I'm talking about people who had a DUI, people that fell asleep at the wheel, caused an accident. There were so many people in this class. And yes, I went to jail for speeding because I was black in a white neighborhood. That's a whole nother story time. But yeah, I went to speeding because I was in a white neighborhood and I was black. But yeah, my coach got me off good. He didn't even ask for anything. I was just really amazed. But I'm like, wow, that's what it looks like to have white privilege. And sometimes it's all about who you know. So that was my first experience with like a taste of white privilege. But you know, it was funny. The fact that the whole reason I was in the situation was because I was black, and the only reason I got out was because I knew somebody. Otherwise, I would have been screwed. So the only reason why I was in the situation was because I was black. The only reason why I got out of the situation as a black woman was because I knew somebody that knew somebody. Happened to me. Different environment, strict cultural house to the hood, both bad, but Americans side lazier. Yeah, why are we so lazy, y'all? Selfish in business, don't like working together. Thank you, S. Reed. It's really sad, y'all. I really hope this inspires you in some way. But like I said, I don't know why people put white people on a pedestal. There's crooked white people just like there's crooked black people. The only difference is that white people get away with it, black people don't. And honestly, it's because of the lack of resources. But that's our own fault as black people. We don't create resources in our community. We don't create resources where we can help each other out. You know, everything is tit for tat. Everything is, well, if I do for you, you got to do for me. Like, listen, white people take care of white people, no questions asked. You don't even got to explain the situation. I've seen it with my own eyes. So that's all I wanted to talk about. This video was not supposed to be 2 hours long, but I just want to say this. Like I said, I've seen both sides of the fence, and to be honest, neither side is greener. You know, the only difference is money and resources, literally. So just because you judging Tyrone for selling drugs on the block, listen, I know people in my neighborhood right now that sell drugs out of their $500,000, $1 million home, hun. Driving a Hummer, driving a Aldi, their kids driving a freaking Range Rover, brand new, and they selling drugs right out of their home. The only difference is the fact that white people can get away with it and black people cannot. It's called privilege. Okay. So you guys have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Okay. Good night.